Dr. Shiroki, it's Bailey Robertson. The reason why I chose Australia is because I'm actually planning on going there when we graduate, so that's my next trip that I have planned. One of my team members recommended I actually do sunscreen, but it took about a half a day to research sunscreen, and I realized that no American companies own it really anymore. The one that was the most recently sold off was Hawaiian Tropic, and they're no longer American company, so I couldn't use that for exporting. So I chose vehicles. A little bit about Australia. It's the smallest continent, but it has the sixth largest country, which I thought was pretty interesting. It's broken up into 2 territories and actually 6 states. They have approximately a population of 23 million people with a growth rate of 1.03%. It is an English-speaking country governed by the federal parliament. And the country is a Commonwealth country, and actually their chief estate is Queen Elizabeth II, which I had no idea. I thought that was pretty cool myself personally. And their prime minister is Malcolm Turnbull. Now, actually, the United States is the 3rd highest country that exports to them, with China and Japan coming in at 1st and 2nd. Australia's currency is the Australian dollar, so their dollar is actually more than ours. So if we wanted to spend the equivalent of their dollar, we would have to spend $1.26, I believe it is right now at the currency rate. So it is more expensive to go there when you travel, because obviously our dollar isn't worth as much as theirs is. In 2017, Australia was ranked the 12th largest country in the world with a GDP of 1.26 trillion United States dollars. A big factor for the reason why that the rank's so high is because the Australian-US Free Trade Agreement, which was established in 2005, which was made very similar to NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. The Australian-United States Free Trade Agreement basically allows 99% of trade be tariff-free. So it actually works as an open-ended revolving door for both countries that are able to prosper and trade there. Australia's top exports are not what I would think either, are coal, natural gas, metals like gold and aluminum. Their top imports are actually vehicles and equipment. Obviously, I chose vehicles as my product to research for exporting through the United States. In 2017, we exported farming equipment, nearly estimated around $700 million in duty-free equipment. That's crazy to me, thinking that there's that much just in farming equipment. They do also have a lot of land, obviously, the country down under, and not to get sidetracked, but I didn't know that they were called the Down Under because they were so south. I felt really retarded when I found that out, but that was another fun fact that I learned about Australia when I was actually researching it. I'm sorry, it's really hot out here. I have 4 dogs and a bird, so I can't record in my house. I'm in my garage. I apologize for the background, but anyways, I chose vehicles for my item that America exports because they've always been really interesting to me. When my dad was alive, he built muscle cars on the side, actual real original Shelbys and such. There's a fact that in 2016, which was 2 years ago, I know, but I thought it was interesting, $16.6 billion were spent importing cars from other countries and around the world, and 9.3% of them were from the United States. So I thought that was actually a really cool fun fact about Australia. I really had no idea. I guess the most surprising thing for me would be that they had the free trade agreement. I know when traveling, I heard that Australia is the hardest one to get like a visa with, but I never really realized how open they were with the United States. You just kind of assume that they're kind of hard to deal with because of such things, just because of rumors and what you hear, but clearly I was wrong, and it's really cool to think that you can trade there and not have to pay any kind of tariff. Well, anyways, I just wanted to say I really enjoyed your class. You honestly were one of the best teachers that we've ever had. I felt like you were extremely positive all the time and super patient with us, which I really appreciate. I really wish that more of the teachers, especially in this program because it's so accelerated, were more like you, but I really hope you enjoy your retirement and have a wonderful time with your children.